Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the dust mite shop, where dust mites are everywhere. Ha ha! Yes. Oh, it's not. Doesn't like that, I guess. Okay. Well, anyway, today's subject is going to be another snowman, maybe. Um, but, but, what I've come across here is all right. First off, all right. Now here's the resin bowl I made the other day. All right. Well, that's kind of cool. Anyway, the resin bowl I made. Oh, blue dot on there. Wow. Yeah. Well, here's the one I kind of fixed. All right. Now on the back of this was a lot of chipping out and stuff. So I'm hoping this yellow stuff filled in. So the only problem with this is it was offset. So now I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. So it might be an interesting deal. So we'll see how that goes. This one I just have to polish up a little more, but that's basically another sawdust bowl. Hey Henry's, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a good day. Happy Thanksgiving to you. So now I'm gonna try to make another. I've been working on snowmen and Christmas trees, and doing some resin work. I want to make some more resin stuff, but I gotta adjust some stuff first. Woo! Okay, so now that you see, I have my backstop here on purpose. Now, the deal with this though is my hair getting in here. I gotta get it trimmed one of these days. The deal with this is it keeps it from going that way. It goes everywhere. Whenever I'm doing something with bark on it, it just goes everywhere. Yeah, I hope you had a good one yourself. I hope you and family had a good one. It was kind of a laid back day yesterday. Didn't do much. I did work on some stuff. I got some bowls done, finished up some other stuff. I did that in the resin bowl day before yesterday. And I'm hoping tonight to do another resin bowl. But we'll see. Now I'm going to start carving out a Christmas tree. Snowman. Now I know this has got splits in it, so I got to keep my eye on it. One thing I tell people though, when you're to wear now, Holly would say this too. Holly Denny, she had one come off on her. So always wear these. If you're a turner, that's what you need. I think if you're a scroll saw person, you need those metal thimbles. So you don't cut your fingers off. I mean, do you guys wear anything when you do scroll saw, or does it just go through it? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you can always have it later. It's always a big, as long as you got, can have another weekend. All my family is dead. The only family I have now is my two brothers and my sister-in-law. Everybody else has passed on. But I got my neighbors, so there you go. Now I got to determine where I want to do this. Now this is the top or is this top? Well, I want to make this bottom because of this. I think that's kind of weird how it shaped itself this way. So I think I want to make this the bottom. So my idea was to go from here to here. Now I'm going to make a separate hat, so I'm not worried about it. But I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go here. So I don't know how much, because it's offset, how much I'm going to take off. We'll see. I got a longer one of these tool rests so I can go back and forth. And I'm going to use this thing to groove it with first. So, now here's the only problem that I have. You see that? So what's that telling me? I need to bring this way, right? So I was saying this once before in one of my projects. So, because it's like that, you go, you should only move it maybe, I don't know, this one might be 1/4 inch. You kind of play around with it until you get it. Now, usually the end that doesn't have the, you kind of play with it. You could, if that does this on this end, then I'll move this accordingly. See, it still needs to be over further. I love doing oddball trees. They make so much fun to make. Yeah, you just gotta kind of keep your eye on. What are you doing? Eat it. Archie Bunker. Archie Bunker. Well, I'm gonna do something different here. That might be kind of cool. Look at this, the grain. I almost want to say this is oak, but it's kind of a weird grain. It's almost like oak grain. I don't know what that is. One of my buddies gave that to me, so. Hey, you guys gonna be doing any? Do you know? Is everybody gonna be doing that scroll saw stuff tonight or tomorrow? I know John likes to do that. I was wondering if he's gonna do that. I don't seem to pick up anybody's. Well, I'm subscribed to Robin's stuff. I don't know if you have a YouTube channel. I thought I was subscribed to. I don't know. I'm like I got Billy Birch, but it doesn't show up. That. Hey, how you doing? Mary Pat, thanks for coming over last night. Had a good time. What do you think? Okay. What's the opinion? You see how I slanted it? Okay, so now the idea is to get a hat that fits. All right. Now, when you sand this, here's the key. You can do it a couple of ways. Number one is you can take tape, like I was showing people on when I do bark bowls. Take duct tape, not duct tape, but painter's tape, and tape it around here so you don't lose the bark when you're sanding, or you can just leave it the way it is. The other one, I don't, when I sand it, I try to make it so that I sand it lightly in here. Now it's tricky because it's very, because this thing is oddball shaped. Slap your hand, you can really, it'll mess it up. You can hurt yourself. So a lot of times I take devices like a sponge sand sander and use that, or I'll just leave it like this and I'll use my palm sander and do that. It's hard to sand on this thing when it's going like 1,000 RPM. So a lot of these ribs right here, you kind of want to try and do their best and get them flat before you take it off and do the rest of it. But I like the way that one turned out. So now the trick of it is to find a hat that goes up on top of that. Now here's the problem with pieces like this. All right, that's about a foot, and it's about 4 inches, 3.5. Trying to find a piece that is not wet and it's dry and it's got some characteristic to it. It's very difficult. Number two is most people I know use this for firewood. So, okay, so now hang on. I got firewood. Well, what other thing? Okay, good news, bad news. Okay. Bad news is I don't have a piece long enough for this. But the good news is I do have walnut. I like to use walnut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some 1x, cut it up, sandwiches on here, and then I'll have to turn it another time so that I get the hat that the light dark, you know what I mean? I would love it if I had another piece like this. But I don't think, I don't know. Yeah, they're too big. No, it's too big. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. Yeah. But the only problem is it might be too big. You know what I mean? So it's tall enough. The diameter in this, if you want to keep the bark, it might be too wide. You know what I mean? What do you think? It's tall enough. Oh, you got to go do something. Okay, well, that's okay. You're not missing anything. I'm trying to figure out what to put in here. Now, what I could do is this. Cut it off here and then flip it around. You know what I mean? Yeah, just cut it off here and flip it around. What do you think? Ray Pat, are you there? What do you think? I like to use that, but the problem is I think that's too big. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna cut this. Hold, please. Well, anyway, I'll come back on in a little bit. All right. Stand by.